Hey everybody, welcome to tonight's pour. This one is going to be a themed one. It's not going to be a car one. You've already seen by the description and the intro video of the finished product, which I haven't actually done yet. But by the time this video is put out, it'll have it. And of course, it's going to be a unicorn themed one. And this is a pretty big horse, pretty big toy, I guess you want to call it. I don't know what you call it. Figure. That's a good word for it. It's a pretty good sized figure. I didn't realize it when I bought the canvas for it because I did get a gesso board, and I was going with the same 10 by 20 size. I should have went with the 12 by 24, which is what I did the dragon one on that I just finished, and which is right here. So this one I just finished last night with resining, and it's all dried, and still could use probably another day to cure, but it did turn out pretty well, as you can see. And so I do like the gesso boards. This one did, because it's wet for so long to dry the paint. It took a couple days. It kind of bowed up right in this area, kind of, from the being wet, that board just kind of bowed a little bit. I did get it down a little bit, but it did happen on the first dragon one I did, but not as bad. This one actually has come down quite a bit, so I had forgotten about it when I did this one. When I came in, I was like, oh yeah, that's what I did it on the last one, but this one was worse, but it did work out pretty good. Excuse me. So I did get another gesso board. This one's just a 10 by 20, so it's a lot smaller. That one's a 12 by 24. So I saw the unicorn, and the reason I picked it up and I got a gesso board was because the bigger this is, the heavier it is. So as I've explained in other videos, the weight of this, when you resin it and then you place this horse on it, or this figure, it'll just bow the canvas. It'll weigh it down, and it'll pull the resin, and it'll pull there. It pulls from the edges, and it does kind of pull, and you can kind of see a circular pool when it dries if you get it in the light just right. And of course, I always get it in the right light, and I see it, and it bothers me to know it's there. But so I find the gesso board will hold the weight of that, and it won't do that. So when I decided to buy I was at Hobby Lobby today, and I decided to buy the unicorn for a couple of reasons. One, it's a little different. Two, I've been asked lately if I've done any girl themed ones for girls, or just if I've done any paintings for girls. And my answer is sorta, but I did one for my granddaughter. It was a Frozen themed one. And if you want to see a picture of that, if you're interested, I did that for my granddaughter for Christmas, and it's on my Facebook page and Instagram under holiday paintings, just like my YouTube. So you can go there and check that out if you'd like. I do have some other Frozen characters that I bought at the same time to end up doing some theme paintings with them, and I just haven't done them yet. I'm doing the things that I want to do pretty much. The cars I like, what's inspired me, and so I'm not really into the Frozen stuff, so it doesn't interest me, and so that's probably a good reason why. Now, I did do this butterfly one that I've got right back here, so I guess you could call that one, could be towards the girls a little bit more than boys. The horse one could be attractive to boys and girls. Actually, this one is what inspired the unicorn one, because I had this at a show that I had, I don't know, 3 weeks ago or so. And this lady had a daughter and a younger daughter, and they said she really loved the horse, but she would have really loved it if it was a unicorn. And she actually talked to me about possibly doing a commission piece with a unicorn. And so I was thinking about that today. When I saw the unicorn, I thought of that, and I thought, even though the lady hasn't contacted me and asked me to do that for her, so I saw that, I thought of that, and I thought, hey, I might as well do it. And I actually have a show tomorrow. Definitely won't be ready in time, but I do have my next show is about a month from now, so I do have a little bit of time. But I thought I should go ahead and get this painted. So as you can see, the horse is white. He's got the pink mane and the tail and the little, I don't know if those are wings or whatever that is on their hooves. And then it has a gold horn, a unicorn horn. So those are the colors I'm going to use, because I was trying to think what would be a good color for the background. I thought about just doing the beach with the water and having it run across water, but I think I'm going to go with, since this is kind of a magical beast that doesn't really exist, I think I'm just going to go, I don't know if I could say magical colors, but I'm going to go with a white background with pink and gold coming out the back. So then, this is a fairly large figure right here, and the 10 by 20, I set it on there before I started videoing, and it's pretty big. So I only have like this much room left to go back, really. So I thought of, I'm trying to think, should I wait? Should I get a different canvas? A larger canvas? Actually, the 12 by 24 like the Dragon is on would be a lot better. And so I thought about that. Well, then I thought, you know, the way this horse looks, all right, if you can see, he's kind of got his head turned and he's looking that way. So when you set it up like this one and you got it hanging on the wall, you're basically seeing this. So I'm like, should I set it on its side so it will, when it's hanging up on a wall, it'll look like this. So like this, which I think looks a lot better, right? So when I have it flat, you'll notice it tilts back that way. So the way to fix that, when you put it in the resin, to hold it up so it doesn't, because I would rather it be flat like that instead of tilted up like that. So there's a couple ways to deal with that when you're putting resin on it. You can either, which I've done both ways on a couple pieces, because mostly I just set the car in on its wheels, or the horse on its feet, the dragon on its feet, the butterflies. So I don't really put stuff on its side much. I have done some car ones, and then I'm going to do, I think that's how I'm going to do this one. And so you can either put some, like I'll take a stir stick, popsicle stick. You can break off a piece, breaks off real easy. You can actually set it underneath there and hold it up and prop it up, so it'll be like that. You won't be able to see it laying under there once the horse dries and the resin dries. You won't be able to see it. That is a possibility. If it doesn't work, if you can still see it, I don't want it sticking out or anything like that, but if it does work, I would probably leave it in there. If it does not work, Then what you have to do is prop something heavy on this end of the horse with the legs to keep it from tipping this way. So that is the problem I'll tackle when I resin the piece. But for right now, I'm gonna just do a white background and some purple and gold out the back, or not purple, pink and gold. It is getting late, so normally I could just mix some red and white, make pink, but I found this in the store. It's a light magenta, so I'm going to use that so I don't have to mix. It matches fairly close to the color. Might be a little bit darker, but that's all right. And then of course I'm going to put the gold in it. So all I have to do is mix the paints and figure out where the best possible, I don't know what you want to call it, the exhaust. If you call it exhaust out of an animal, then that's flatulence or farting. So we won't call it exhaust. We'll call it the magical wind behind it. Magical wind's not good either. That could be, that's a fart too. We'll call it just the colors coming out. Nothing I say was going to be, it's going to be construed as, farting in the wind. So the colors coming out the backside is the best way we're going to get it. So the colors coming out of the backside are going to be the pink and the gold, and mixed with the white background. I think it'll look pretty good. We'll see how it turns out. Well, I don't know. So, sorry, I'm still thinking of the farting in the wind. Now I'm hearing it to dust in the wind. So that's even funnier. So anyway, so all I have to do now is mix my paints and get this started, and so I'll be right back, and we'll get started on this painting. Alright, I got the paints mixed, and I'm just going to level my canvas real quick just to make sure. Very level. Now, I'm usually when I paint, I take it and I blow it this way, and the way the horses, so if I set it here, I have to blow it this way, because if I blow it that way, then I gotta work basically upside down. So I'm gonna go this way with it tonight, but I've already changed my mind. So instead of a Dutch pour blowing it out, I'm going to try to start here and here mostly, and do a swipe with the colors across here and here to like coming out of the mane and coming out of the tail, and maybe just a streak here and there from the little wings types on the hooves, above the hooves. So this will be interesting. So I've changed my mind. I do that on occasion. So some of you that have watched my videos before have heard me talk about changing my mind before. And a lot of times I do it right in the middle of the pour. Sometimes I do it while I'm mixing the paints. And this one was right before I started mixing the paints. I had the horse up there and I was trying to figure out what I was wanting to do. So when I turned it sideways, that's when I saw the idea came to me about doing the swipe off the mane of the horse unicorn and the tail. So I think that's what I'm going to do. So it has changed, but for the good. I think that'll be good. And I want to thank everybody that's been subscribing to my channel. It's slowly growing, so that's always good to grow. And all the support I've been getting from the fluid acrylic pages on Facebook. Getting a lot of compliments, a lot of people saying I've been inspiring them. They've been doing their own pours like these, and that's just awesome, because I've gotten so much inspiration from other artists that do the fluid acrylic. I'd see something that they do and it would inspire me to do the same or a variation of it, or try to do the technique. And I honestly never thought that I would inspire anybody. Any of my work would be inspiring to anybody. So, especially to other people that are already fluid acrylic artists themselves, because I was just seeing what I liked online as myself and doing that. So I wasn't really coming. The Hot Wheels theme is my creation, and so I guess I can see that as why people are getting inspired by it, because it is different. So it's not like I was out there copying it off somebody else or inspired by somebody else. So it's interesting, but it's also kind of weird. So I'm just making marks where if I lay the horse, to kind of help me where to start. See how well I did. Pretty good. Now to find something to swipe with, which I usually use these trusty old things, so that's what I'm going to do. That swipe a little bit better. Oh, there's a fly in here. a little bit more. Maybe a little bit more gold. I have some more of these somewhere. Well, maybe I'll use something else. Well, we'll just use a little Hot Wheels plate thing here. It's a little better. Losing everything tonight. I'm going to use my straw. Alright, let's see where we're at on this. So I can put that right there. That looks pretty good. Here's the tricky part. Maybe not too tricky, but trying to hold this just right and not get it in the gives me a frame of reference to. So we'll have it back here. I need to go up a little bit. I think I messed it up. So I want it up maybe there. Just a touch of gold. Down the center. Alrighty. One last time, I'll see if I think I got it right. I think it'll work. It's a little bit different from what I was going to go for to begin with, and it just, I don't know. Hopefully it'll look good once I get the horse on there, the unicorn, sorry, for all you unicorn lovers out there. But this is what I came up with, and this is what I'm going to go with. So we'll see how it turns out. All right. So I finished the other one. Silly me, I thought I hit the record button and I didn't. So I recorded all, the boring stuff of blowing out the air bubbles. It's not that exciting, but I'm talking, and I'm sure there was some very insightful things I said in that video that didn't get recorded in the non-video. So this side that there's some on the side that didn't get it. So I'm trying to get this done in a hurry because you only have so much time to work with resin before it starts hardening. And so since I'm doing two, you gotta go fast. And so I had to hit the record and talk a few things through of what I did do. So it took a little bit longer, so I gotta get this. Now on this one, I did decide to not prop the horse up from underneath. I decided to put, kind of like a weight on it. And I found the perfect thing because I tested it before. I started resining. And I think it's going to work really good. The only thing I'm not too thrilled about is I usually take a video after I set the piece in, and I go ahead and take a video of it. And the thing that I have found with this is that I'm actually going to use a ceramic tile that I make coasters out of. When I set the horse in, I'm going to set it on top, and it's going to hold the weight of it's going to hold it flat. And this is going to be a good looking piece because I'm going to put the horse in now. See how that holds it up? Oh, that's beautiful, beautiful. So I'm going to move it just a hair. So it'll be hard to see, but I'll wait till tomorrow to take the video of it and finish this off. But that's what's going to hold the horse in place off the canvas on that side, at least his mane back here, and not leaning this way. And his hooves on here on the front or on the bottom, it'll hold them to where they will dry in place there. So there you go. So this was kind of a little different for me. I hope you the things I did help you with tips on how to do one of these style of paintings that I've been doing. Kind of gives you, I kind of hope it helps you to figure out how I figure things out sometimes as I go. So push it back just a little bit. Oh, there it goes. All right. So if you like this video, please hit the like button. And if you would also please subscribe to my channel, and that would help support me and the videos that I've been doing. Thank you very much.